May the winds of love blow softly and whisper in your ear. I love you, I miss you, and I wish you were here. Love your Auntie Kelly.
Today, 23-year-old Kada Scott from Philadelphia will be laid to rest. I'm Action News reporter Elizabeth Worthington outside of Mount Airy Church of God in Christ, where Kada Scott's funeral just wrapped up. Her disappearance last month shook the entire Philadelphia community. During the 2 weeks that her family and police desperately searched for her, so many people from the city and beyond followed along closely, hoping for a different outcome. And that outpouring of love and support that was shown to the family during that tragic time is the reason why they decided to have this funeral be public. People who didn't even know Kada or her family showed up to pay their respects. Kada's body was found in a shallow grave near an abandoned middle school on October 18th. She had been reported missing by her family on October 4th after she vanished during an overnight shift at an assisted living facility in Chestnut Hill. Her death was ruled a homicide, and 21-year-old Keon King was charged with her murder. But today, Kada's family wanted to focus not on what happened to her, but who she was. Guests were asked to wear pink, Kada's favorite color, to really make this a celebration of life. There was dancing, joyful music, clapping, but also some emotional remarks as well, and a few mentions of justice.
Listen, yesterday the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ was packed. I'm talking hundreds of people showing up to lay Kada Scott to rest. This 23-year-old sister, Penn State graduate, a young woman whose life got snatched away on October 4th. Now look, when you walked into that church, pink everywhere. That was Kada's favorite color, y'all. Pink dresses, pink shirts, pink ribbons covering every inch of that space. And get this, people who ain't never even met Kada showed up wearing pink just to honor her memory. That's the type of energy she had. Mayor Terrell Parker got up to that pulpit and shared something real personal. She told everybody about meeting Kada at the Odunde Festival back in June. Kada walked straight up to her, full of confidence, eyes shining bright. "Hello, Madam Mayor. My name is Kada Scott."
From the Penn State Minister Jana, we thank you so very much for the spirit that you laid down today, because you affirm, and this is for each and every one of us who are present. In life, we are born with a biological family, and those people are a part of our bloodline. Say bloodline. That's our bloodline. That's our mother, our father, our sister, our aunts. But then you get a village with the foundation of people like the Penn State aunties, neighbors on the block, people who are a part of the village, who are firmly vested in our individual lives. And I do want to state for the record that if you ever had an opportunity to engage with Kada Scott, it was very, very clear that she came from good stock. She had a strong bloodline and a very powerful love line. It's with that said that I want to recognize right now that many of them are here, but you won't hear from all of them. But I want all of the elected officials who are here, who are present. I start State Senator Art Hayward, Council Member Cindy Bass, Council Member Kendra Brooks, the District Council Member Anthony Phillips, State Representative Andre Cow. All of these elected officials are present here on today, along with members of the administration and community-based organizations, because we are a part of the village, and it is our job to ensure that in the midst of it all, Kim and Kevin and Kenzie, that we do everything that we possibly can to ensure that you are not carrying this alone. So what does that mean? What does that mean? For me, as a mother and the mayor of the city of Philadelphia, that means we have to find a way to memorialize how we will support you. Those of us who don't know what it's like and have never walked a mile in your shoes, what will we do to memorialize our support and our respect for Kada Scott? And what do we do to ensure that her legacy truly lives on and it serves as a sense of motivation and inspiration for future generations of Kada Scott, so they too will know they can walk in their own authenticity, their own creativity, their own ingenuity, and there are no limits to what they can achieve in life. Well, we're going to do it in the city of Philadelphia in a very formal way, and we're going to ask the bloodline to work with us as we memorialize and formally institutionalize the Kada Scott Internship in the city of Philadelphia. Why does that become important? Bishop Felton, here, what you and the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ family did by ensuring that you would open up this house of worship so that we as a Philadelphia community could join this family to lift up Kada Scott. You've helped us memorialize her. So what we're going to do in the city of Philadelphia is ensure that young women starting in high school from the 9th grade, so you can be from the 9th grade. Some people start at 14 or 15 years old, whatever age you are. If you start from the 9th grade to the age of 22, you will be able to compete for and earn an opportunity to walk in the Kada Scott internship program that you will choose. You will choose. You will choose where you work in the city of Philadelphia. If it's whatever your interest is, if it's commerce, if it's the mayor's office, if it's the law department. Why is this important? I told Kevin and Kim that I had an opportunity to meet Kada as mayor of the city of Philadelphia. And as mayor of the city of Philadelphia, and I shared this with them when we met privately, Bishop Felton, you know, I meet a lot of people. We meet a lot of people. It was really interesting to meet a young woman, and this is how I told you I knew that she came from a strong village. She had a sash on from the pageant. We were at a Dune Day. How many of y'all were at a Dune Day? You saw all of those people there? She walked up to me, and she said, "Hello, Madam Mayor. My name is Kada Scott." And she looked me in my eyes. She introduced herself to me. She told me who she was. She told me about the pageant she participated in. And then she did something that a lot of people do, but they usually do it, and then you don't ever hear from them again. She says, "And this is what I'm interested in doing in the city of Philadelphia. And if the city of Philadelphia has any help, I would like to be connected to that assistance." Here's the cue. Demetrius Coachman, a young man who works with me, he's right there. He says, "Well, sure, here's the business card." Now, we give out business cards all day long. And people come up and say that they're interested in following up about something. And you usually never hear from many of those people. A Dune Day was on, is that a Saturday or a Sunday? Was that a Sunday? We heard from Kada Scott on Monday before 5 o'clock. Saying to us, "Well, I called, the mayor said I could follow up." What does that tell me? One, that's a sense of somebodyness. You gain a sense of somebodyness by being a product of a village that sees something in you. Each of us has it, but each of us don't necessarily have a village that's willing to encourage it and nurture it and enhance it. So when we do that here in the city of Philadelphia, you all have to be engaged and support this family and encouraging the next generations of Kada Scott to walk in their own truth. They don't have to be like, think like, act like anybody else other than themselves, and then we nurture them on that walk. Is that all right with you? Finally, I want to say this. It is our responsibility as a city, and I thank you, Jana, wherever you are, if you came back. Thank you. So give her a round of applause. Please give Jana a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, my sister, for affirming that we have a responsibility beyond today, to continue to think about the next generation, but also in our education. I'm happy to see you, Shantae Love and Amir. I'm happy. All of the City of Philadelphia departmental leaders and the nonprofit community-based organizations who are present in the electeds. I'm going to ask you to stand. Please stand up. All of our community-based leaders, thank you. I see you back there, good brother. I see you. No one has to walk a walk alone. Each of us in our own right, with our own subject matters, have a special interest and a skill. Our responsibility is to make sure this family has access to it all, and not only this family, but all of Philadelphia, so that we can ensure we use everything we have to educate the next generation about services and supports, and quite frankly, that we stay united as we pursue justice, because justice is a part of shining a light along with lifting up her legacy. Kim, Kevin, I've affirmed to you that we're here, but this wouldn't be the last of us. This is not the last of us. We make it matter in a very meaningful way, and we do it together. That's what One Philly, a united city, is about. We do the best we can with what little we have. Thank you all.
As Rep. Carol comes.
That's how she introduced herself. No second guessing, no hesitation, just straight up confidence. They got to talking about Kaida's dreams of working for the city one day, and here's what really stuck with the mayor. Kada followed up. She wasn't just talking big, she was about that action, that type of determination. Man, that's rare. So yesterday, Mayor Parker made an announcement. The city's putting together an internship program in Kaida's name for young women from high school all the way up to 22 years old. A real chance to get experience working in city government, to go after their dreams the same way Kada went after hers. Minister Janet Allen spoke too. Now she was one of Kaida's Penn State aunties. That's this group of women who went to college with Kaida's mama. They mentored this girl through her whole time at Penn State, watched her grow up, believed in her every step of the way. Violence tried to silence her song, Allen said, but love doesn't end that way. Even when a candle is blown out, its warmth lingers in the room. See, the service didn't spend time on how Kada died. Nah, they focused on how she lived. A daughter that made her parents proud, a sister who lifted people up, somebody with style and a sense of humor, a performer who had dreams of becoming a fashion designer. That was Kada Scott. Bishop J. Lewis Felton made sure everybody in that room understood what this moment really meant. This wasn't just about losing one young sister. This was about all Black women. We cannot celebrate the Black woman without celebrating Kada Scott, he said. And we cannot celebrate Kada Scott without celebrating the Black woman. When the service wrapped up, they loaded Kaida's gold casket into a white horse-drawn carriage. Y'all, the streets were lined with people. Some of them knew her family, most of them didn't, but they came out anyway. They wore pink, they cried, they stood together. Kaida's aunt, Kelly Scott Dreyer, read a letter to her niece.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today to help us celebrate Kada's homecoming. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for giving me the strength to be here today. This is not really a poem, but this is a letter to Kada. Bear with me. If I can't get through this, I have my son here who's going to continue for me. This is a reflection of a beautiful young woman, a life, my niece, Kada Yanda Scott, who was taken from this world. We honor the enduring love, laughter, and joy that she brought to the lives of those who knew and cherished her. To a special niece and the unique bond we shared, from the love of fashion and cheerleading to our favorite color, pink. I write this letter with a heart heavy beyond words, as the news of your passing has left an indelible ache and all of us who loved you so fiercely. In this moment of profound sorrow, please know that you are enveloped in the deepest sympathies from me and so many others whose lives you touched with your radiant spirit. Losing a niece, a bright, irreplaceable light like yours, feels like the world has dimmed in colors, and I can only imagine the vast emptiness. Kada, you are more than family. You are a force of elegance and ambition, a young woman who wove dreams into reality with the grace of a true visionary. You had the rare gift for seeing beauty, not just in the world around you, but in transforming it. A touch of lipstick that could rewrite a story, a perfectly curated ensemble that empowered you to conquer any room, and all your business ventures. From that little pop-up beauty spa you launched in your mom's basement, and your beauty pageant journey, to the savvy online podcast done with such entrepreneurial fire. You taught us all that beauty isn't fleeting. It's a venture worth pursuing with every bold step. In your too short time with us, you left behind a legacy of joy and ingenuity that no shadow of grief can fully eclipse. Though your physical presence is gone, your essence lingers in every inspired choice we make, every venture we embark upon in your honor. Your style was not an accident, but a statement of your determination to live life to the fullest. It is not the length of life, but the depth of life. Death leaves a heartache no one can heal, but love leaves memories that no one can steal. Now you can rest in the loving hands of the Lord and your namesake, your grandmother, Yanda Michelle Scott. May the winds of love blow softly and whisper in your ear. I love you, I miss you, and I wish you were here. Love your Auntie Kelly.
You could hear her voice breaking. The world has dimmed in color. May the winds of love blow softly in your ear. I love you, I miss you, and I wish you were here. Over at Chelton Hills Cemetery, neighbors who'd never even met the Scott family showed up. One woman, Mariam Duggins, stood across the street in pink with tears just streaming down her face. I want to let her mother know I'll be here every day if needed to check on her, she said. Dozens of folks laid pink and white roses on top of Kaida's casket. Her parents and her sister just sat there quiet, watching, grieving. Now, while all this is happening, Keon King is sitting in a jail cell with no bail. His preliminary hearing on that murder charge was set for Monday, November 10th, just 2 days after Kaida's funeral. King is facing a mountain of charges, y'all. Murder, kidnapping, arson, conspiracy, abuse of corpse, tampering with evidence, robbery, theft, obstruction of justice, and multiple firearm violations. But here's what makes this whole situation even more messed up. King is also facing a second kidnapping case, the one from January 2025, where he kidnapped and strangled his ex-girlfriend. That case got dropped when the victim didn't show up to court. Now they done refiled it. King's gonna have to face preliminary hearings in both kidnapping cases. King's lawyer Shaka Johnson finally spoke publicly for the first time on WDAS 105.3 F.
Listen for God's voice when I am deciding whether to take a case.
Is that what you did here?
Most definitely.
As a black man, you took this case.
Yes.
And there are people who are angry or salty or disappointed about that. What did you say to that?
When it's a black man, when it's a black attorney, and I'm speaking for a lot of black attorneys who may not be saying this publicly, but they've been all on my phone privately. We are held to a different standard for whatever reason. I'm a professional. I took an oath. Just like doctors take a Hippocratic oath, I took an oath to represent the people that are in my wheelhouse of business.
He addressed all that massive backlash he's been getting for representing King. Online petitions to have me removed from the case because they don't want me representing this gentleman, Johnson said during the radio interview. Johnson tried to defend his choice. This is not about money. I've been getting coins a long time. This is not about cult chasing or needing to somehow be in the public eye with a high-profile case. But look, the community ain't buying none of that. They want justice, and they want it now. District Attorney Larry Krasner made it real clear, I have reason to believe that there will be additional charges coming. He wouldn't say exactly when, just said more charges are on the way, maybe even 2 different groups of additional charges. Because here's what investigators know but can't prove just yet. King didn't do this by himself. Surveillance video from October 5th shows 2 unidentified people with King moving what looks like Kaida's body from that stolen Hyundai. Somebody helped him bury her in that shallow grave. Somebody helped him try to cover the whole thing up. And those people, they're still out there, walking around free, and police are looking for them. Philadelphia City Council done promised to hold a hearing looking into how the criminal justice system handles domestic violence cases. Because the failures in this case, man, they're glaring. King had a warrant out for his arrest back in January. He showed up in court twice for his earlier strangulation case. Both times not a single person in that courtroom knew he was wanted for kidnapping. So both times King just walked right out. How does that even happen? How does a man who's wanted for violent felony kidnapping stand in front of a judge twice and walk out free? Real talk. In February, prosecutors dropped the charges against King when his ex-girlfriend didn't show up. They had video evidence. They didn't need her to testify, but they dropped it anyway. District Attorney Krasner admitted it straight up, it was a mistake. He said the call was made by a young prosecutor who was new to handling these types of cases. Somebody who thought the victim not showing up meant the case was done, even though they had video of the whole attack. 2 months later, Kada Scott was dead. The system failed King's ex-girlfriend. And then it turned around and failed Kada. The GoFundMe that was set up for Kaida's funeral expenses, it's raised over $23,000. The Scott family announced they're giving part of that money to the Black and Missing Foundation, turning all that pain into purpose, into hope for other families out there still searching for their loved ones. Because that's what this is really all about. Kada Scott's story pulled a whole community together. It put a spotlight on system failures that cost a young woman her life. It forced people to have uncomfortable conversations about violence against Black women, about bail, about prosecutors who don't push hard enough, about police who keep missing chances to arrest dangerous men. Her legacy's gonna live on through that internship program, through all the awareness her case done brought, through every single person who showed up yesterday wearing pink, through every prosecutor who's gonna think twice now before dropping charges when there's video evidence sitting right there. Rest in power, Kada Scott. Your song hasn't been silenced. We're all still listening, and we're demanding justice.